Oh, we didn't have that recorded. That's probably good. And mute. Continue. There we go. All right. Hop up to the front. Opening chant. Inhale. Vande Gurunam Charanara Vinde Sandarashita Svatma Sukhavabode Nishreyase Jangalikaimane Samsara Hala Hala Moha Shantiye Abahu Parusha Karam Shankachakrasi Darinam Sahasra Shirasam Shvetam Pranamami Patanjalim. Om. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, arms straight. Exhale, plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Shorten it up a little bit. Wide fingers. Steady drishti. Nice ujjayi breath. Strong mula bandha. On an inhale, walk or jump. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up. Samastatihi. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, arms straight. Exhale, plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Next inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up. Samastatihi. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, arms straight. Exhale, plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Listen to the breath. Strong quadriceps, strong mula bandha. Next inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up. Samastatihi, bending the knees, sun salutation B. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, arms straight. Exhale, plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right foot, inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left foot, inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Next inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale up, knees bend. Samastatihi. Inhale, knees bend. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, arch. Exhale, plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right foot, inhale up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left foot, inhale up. Exhale, down. Strong Mula Bandha, steady drishti. Next inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale up, knees bend. Samastatihi. Inhale, knees bend. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, arms straight. Exhale, plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right foot, inhale up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left foot, inhale up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Next inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up. Samastatihi. It's an inhale, open the feet, grab the big toes. Exhale, elbows bend, Padangustasana. Drishti, traditional drishti is the belly button. It's an exhale, hands under the feet. Inhale, arms straight. Exhale, elbows bend, Padahastasana. Mula Bandha, Ujjayi Pranayama, really listen to your breath. On an inhale, arms come straight. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, come up, look up. Exhale, Samastatihi. Inhale, open for triangle. Exhale, down. Long through the back side of the spine. Both quadriceps are active. It's an inhale up. It's easier if you bend that front knee to help yourself come up. Exhale, side two. It's an inhale up and over, Parivrtta Trikonasana. Rotated triangle, flat hand, shoulders stack up, strong quads. Listen to the breath. Use your next exhale to look at the bottom hand. Inhale up. Exhale down. Side two. Flat hand. Strong quads. The next exhale, look at the bottom hand. Inhale, come up and open. Samastatihi. Beautiful. Inhale to open, extended side angle. Utthita Parsvakanasana. Strong back quadriceps, strong mula bandha. It's an inhale up. Exhale, second side. Quadricep, mula bandha, steady drishti. It's an inhale up and across. Parivrtta Parsvakanasana. Left hand to the outside edge of that right foot. It's an inhale up, windmill open. Exhale, second side. It's an inhale up and open. Samastatihi. Hands are on the hips. Inhale, open. Exhale, down. Hands are on the floor. Inhale, arms straight. Exhale, elbows bend. Prasarita Padmasana A. Traditional drishti is to the belly button. Looking at the floor or eye level at the wall behind is great as well. It's an inhale, arms straight. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, come up. Exhale, look forward. Inhale, open the arms. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold. Same choices, top of the head to the floor or chin to the chest. Strong quads. It's an inhale, up, look up. Exhale, look forward. Inhale, open the arms. Exhale, interlace the hands behind the back. Inhale, look up. Keep that throat open while you come down. And once you get down as far as you're going, just continue moving the head. Beautiful. Next inhale, up, look up. Exhale, look forward, hands move to the hips. Inhale right here. Exhale, first two fingers take the toes. Inhale, arch your back, elbows go straight. Exhale, elbows bend. It's an inhale, elbows go straight, arch the back. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, come up, pull your heels toward each other on that one. Exhale, Samastati. Hands up the back in prayer, Virabhadrasana. Inhale, open. Exhale, forehead towards your right shin. So once your head gets against your leg, your drishti can be straight ahead, which is like blurred on the shin, or up past your nose, which is still quite blurry on the leg, or you can kind of sideways glance and see your belly button. It's an inhale up. Look at the ceiling while you turn around. Exhale down. It's an inhale up and open. Beautiful. Samastati. Inhale, pick up your right big toe. Uttita Hasta Padangustasana. Exhale, chin to the chest or head to the leg. It's an inhale when you lift up the head. Exhale, leg open to the side. Strong quadriceps, strong Mula Bandha. Inhale, leg forward. Exhale, touch. Inhale, head up. Exhale, leg floats. and release. Side two. Use an inhale to lift up the leg. First two fingers grab the big toe. Exhale, chin to the chest or head to the leg. Wherever you were touching your leg on the previous posture, not the previous side, but the posture where both feet were on the floor, hands up the back in prayer, that's kind of where you're aiming for to touch your head down in this position. It's an inhale, head up. Exhale, leg open. Utthita Hasta Padangustasana. It usually has 3 parts. Sometimes it has 4. Sometimes we do standing split before the leg floats. It's an inhale, leg forward. Exhale, touch. Inhale, head up. Exhale, leg floats. And exhale, foot down. Standing half lotus, right knee first. Inhale, up. Exhale, maybe go down to the floor with your hands. Ardha Padmasana. Take your time. It helps if you bend the bottom knee. It's an inhale to stand up. Exhale, Samastatihi. Inhale, second leg up. Use any exhale you want to lower your hands down. Both hands can be on the floor, or one hand is on the floor. One hand is bound, the toe behind the back. It helps if you bend that bottom knee to come up. Inhale, up. Exhale, feet together. Inhale, hands up, touch at the top. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, arms straight. Exhale, plank. Utkatasana. Nice Ujjayi. Nice Mula Bandha. Then exhale, hands down. Inhale, arms straight. Exhale, plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right foot, warrior one. Virabhadrasana A. Then inhale up, turn around, exhale, side two. Virabhadrasana A. Release the drishti. Open the arms. Virabhadrasana Be Warrior Two. Up and over. Side two. Strong back quadricep, strong arms, super strong triceps. It's an exhale down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, through jump. Dandasana. Feet are flexed. Beautiful. So on the drishti that goes toward the belly button, in this position, you can really play with the alignment of your skull. So take your head and bring it forward and then squish your chin in against your chest and lift the chest up. And now look straight ahead. And this time, instead of kind of reaching out and smashing your chin against your chest, it's like set your skull back and then tuck. Beautiful. It's an exhale, take the toes. Inhale, arch. Exhale, fold. Paschimottanasana A. We'll do 3 of them. On an exhale, switch your hand grab. Inhale, arch your back, look up. Exhale, fold. Paschimottanasana B. Drishti is either kind of straight ahead and it's blurry, or it's toward the tip of your nose, which is also blurry, or it's toward your belly button, which quite likely you can't see. On an exhale, switch your hand grab. Inhale, arch. Exhale, fold. Paschimottanasana C. Strong quadriceps, strong mula bandha. Let's do one more thing with this posture. Inhale, arch, and exhale, reach your head out towards your feet as far as you can. Next, inhale, arch. Exhale, try to touch your forehead to your kneecaps. Inhale, arch. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, jump back. Up dog, down dog, through jump, Purvottanasana. Tabletop, knees are bent. Purvottanasana, legs are straight. Intense east. Then exhale, sit down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, jump back. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, through jump. Seated half-bound lotus, right knee first. Virabhadrasana Be Tanasana. If you're working on the bind, you can stay up. If you're working on the forward fold, you can take both hands to your foot. And if you want, you can combine those two. Left hand to the left foot, right hand to the right foot. With this much going on the base of the posture, you might not have the options, but just remember those two skull options on getting your chin against your chest. It's an inhale to arch, exhale, release. Optional vinyasa in between sides. Left foot folds, Ardha Baddha Padma Paschimottanasana. You can stay up, work on the twist, make sure your right foot is flexed. You can take both hands down to the right foot, or right hand to the right foot, left hand to the left foot. It's an inhale, arch. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, jump back. Hi, Emily Fix. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right knee folds. Trianga Mukha Ekapada Paschimottanasana. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Rocky. So just Mula Bandha's on, strong left quadricep, and make a decision about, are you reaching your head further out towards your foot, or are you trying to curl up and get your head closer to your knee? On an inhale, check on Mula Bandha, arch. Exhale, release. Optional vinyasa or trade sides. Left knee folds. Strong quadriceps, strong Mula Bandha. It's an inhale when you arch. Exhale, release. Vinyasa. Chakrasana A, right foot in against the left thigh. The current contemplations about Janushirsasana is it's called head to knee posture. So maybe on all three Janusirsasanas, that's more of the goal instead of getting the chin or forehead further down the leg. It's an inhale, arch. Exhale, release. Trade sides or take a vinyasa. Left foot in against the right thigh. Head to knee pose, knee to head pose. Mula Bandha's on. And using the strength of the right quadricep, if you really contract it, it may actually lift you up out of the posture a little bit, but it's still really important. So on an inhale to arch, exhale, release. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, jump back. Chakrasana B. Sit down onto the right heel.
Kathy, I just noticed my pants are inside out, so you're in good company.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. One time, go ahead, inhale, arch, optional vinyasa in between sides. One time there was a huge class in the Chase Mill, and I was, running around assisting everyone. And I don't know what happened that day, but there were 5 people with their pants inside out. And I was like, this is a record for sure. I think it's probably a standing record. And I didn't tell anyone during practice because I didn't want them to be distracted. Side 2, Chakrasana B, sitting on the left heel. It's an inhale to arch. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, jump back. Chakrasana C. The ball of the right foot is on the floor. The heel is kind of up. If the knee is high, don't fold forward. The left quadricep is active. If the knee is low, you can fold forward. And also that heel pushes in against the femur. Nice, Barb. Nice, Cami. Nice, Bill. On an inhale, arch. Exhale, release. Left foot, ball of the foot is on the floor, heel presses in against that right leg. If the knee is a little bit higher than the ankle, stay way up with your torso. If the knee is at the ankle height or lower, you can fold forward. Mula Bandha. It's an inhale to arch, exhale, release. Virabhadrasana A. Right knee is up. Right arm wraps it. Beautiful. It's an exhale to fold down. Strong left quadricep, strong Mula Bandha, steady drishti. It's an inhale, open the shoulder against the shin. Arch, look way up, exhale, release. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, jump back. Side two, left knee up. Strong right quadricep. Once I settle into Marichasana A, the leg that is bent, I always lift those toes up and replant them, because quite likely when I've leaned forward, I've kind of smashed them together. It's an inhale, arch, open the shoulder against the shin, look way up high, exhale, release. Inhale, lift up, exhale, back. Marichasana B, left foot half lotus or left foot tucked, right knee up, same forward bind. It's an inhale, arch, exhale, release. Marichasana B, side two, right knee half lotus, left knee up. It's an inhale, arch, exhale, release. Inhale, lift up, exhale, plank. Right knee up, twist across. Marichasana C. Left arm wraps around the right knee. It's an inhale to look forward. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, jump back. Right foot is flexed, left knee is up. The right arm tries to catch that left knee. And inhale when you look forward, exhale, release. Virabhadrasana C is over. Virabhadrasana D coming up next. If you feel like working on Virabhadrasana D takes you out of your twist, and working on Virabhadrasana C again is a good idea, do Virabhadrasana C again. So left foot half lotus or left foot extended for C, wrap around. Beautiful. It's an inhale, look forward. Exhale, release. Optional vinyasa. Right foot half lotus, left knee up. Or right foot tucked, or right foot extended. If I'm just going to kind of go over the options for the arm, pretend like I'm in D, I don't care, or C, doesn't matter. At first, get your elbow to the outside edge of your knee, your back hand plants, and if it's far back, you're going to be leaning back too far, so you want that hand close to the sacrum. You can push your shoulder back, you can open up your rib cage. Eventually, this hand goes from the shoulder or the rib cage to the hip, and then it's pretty close and you can pin it under that foot. And once you get your hand pinned under that foot, start bending the elbow, and there's going to be some space there between your shin and your arm, and that's when you can start reaching it up there for the bind. I think I talked my way through that side of D. Vinyasa, Navasana. Very tricky. Take a lift. Opposite foot on top. Take a lift. Take a lift. Opposite foot on top, take a lift. One more to go, Mula Bandha. Lift up into handstand, drop down into plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Scoot the hands midway to the middle of the mat. When you're ready, jump around your hands. Feet land in front. Bend the elbows. Sit on down, cross the feet. Bhujapadasana. Choice 1, stay up. Choice 2, lean down. When you're ready, come up. Find your way back to plank. Jump both feet up in front of your hands again, Kurmasana. Flip your palms so they face the ceiling. Cross the feet. Reach the hands up around the back. Your head tucked behind your feet and your hands clasped together over your back. Supta Karmasana. An inhale up and out. Garbhapindasana. Feet are either crossed and your left hand holds your right foot, your right hand holds your left foot, and the arms touch the outside of the thighs, or feet are in lotus. Wrap your hands around, maybe join them together, or arms go through, hands reach up toward the head. When you're ready, go ahead and roll. Nice. And when you come up, nice, nice, nice. I like it. I like it. When you come up to the front, lift up. Urdhva Kukutasana. And then sit down. If you want to, if your legs are in lotus, you can bring your hands forward, elbows to the belly. Flip your feet out into plank. Dog down dog through jump. Badakanasana, soles of the feet touch. We'll do 2 of them today. Manju usually does 3. I learned them straight out and then humped over. You could do seated up high and then straight out. It's an inhale up. Whatever you're doing, you can do it again or switch up. Do a different one. Badakanasana. It's an inhale up and arch. Exhale, plank. Inhale through jump. Upavishtakanasana A. I prefer to keep a hold of my toes and kind of scooch in for B. Sometimes I would pop up. Sometimes it looks more beautiful if you let go with your hands and then you kind of lift your legs up and re-grab them. But I feel like that energetic connection of the hand and the foot, I'd rather not break it. I'd rather look funny and not break that energetic connection. Nice. Any vinyasa you'd like? Badakanasana. Jump through, roll over, wide leg on the shoulders. Lift up the backs of the knees. Belly button drishti just got easier. And inhale, roll up to balance. Exhale, maybe land. Inhale, arch. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, plank. Come through, lie down onto your back. It's an inhale to grab up the right big toe. Exhale, head to the knee. Inhale, head down. Exhale, leg open. Drishti goes opposite the foot. My left foot is pointed. Inhale, leg up. Exhale, touch. Inhale, head down. Exhale, leg down. Inhale, leg up. Exhale, touch. Right foot is pointed. And just like the standing posture, sometimes there's 4 of these. Let me think about this. No, 3 of these instead of 2. It's an inhale, head down. Exhale, leg open to the side. Supta Padmasana. It's an inhale, leg up. Exhale, touch. Here you could hold split, but usually we don't. Inhale, head down. Exhale, leg down. Inhale once. Exhale, backward somersault, Chakrasana. You're going to land in a shortened down dog. Ubaya Padmasana. Inhale, jump through, roll over, touch your toes behind you, roll up. First 2 fingers have the toes, arms are straight. It's okay if the knees are bent. Arms are straight. Maybe legs are straight. Head hangs off the back. Mula Badula. That isn't a real thing. I'm goofing off. Mula Bandha. It's an inhale to look up. Exhale, Chakrasana, backward somersault. Take your vinyasa. Inhale, through jump. Roll over. Touch your toes behind you. Roll up. Urdhva Mukha Paschimottanasana. Head to the legs. Inhale, look at the toes. Exhale, Chakrasana. Through jump, lie down onto your back. Setu Bandhasana. You can do it on your shoulders. You can do it on the top of your head. Watch out for hairstyles. Don't do it on the top of your hair. I mean, like a ponytail or something. So an exhale, sit down. Inhale once. Exhale, Chakrasana. Vinyasa. Lie down onto your back. You guys, I think we all did, nope, we almost all did the same vinyasa. Nice. Lie down onto your back. I didn't do a vinyasa. I gave up on vinyasas on the very last one. Full back bend. 5 back bends, 5 breaths apiece. If you feel like pulling your knees in against your chest in between is not helpful, you don't have to do that piece. That piece is for recovery. And if you don't need recovery, that's great. Nice, Cami. Nice, Ruben. Nice, Maureen. Nice, Maria. Beautiful. Excellent, Barb. So good. So good. So lately I've been able to do 2 back bends pushing up on the floor like that. And then I do the third one where I'm up on the balls of my feet. So I push up, I come down, I walk my hands in a little closer, and I don't come all the way down because it's so hard for my shoulders to lift me up. I just come down onto the top of my head. And then I come down onto the top of my head, walk my hands in a little bit closer. And then on that third one, I go up onto the balls of my feet, get a little more height. After 5, take a forward bend of your liking. Nice, Erica. Oh, nice, Mireya. Beautiful. Hi, Maya. This is my forward bend. Oh, Callie. Callie Daisy. Callie Daisy or other cutie dog Daisy. When you're finished, optional vinyasa, straight up shoulder stand, Salamba Sarvangasana. Then exhale into plow. Toes touch the floor. You can use the toenails or the pads of the toes, doesn't matter. Hands interlace. Balasana. Ear squeeze, knees bend, big toes touch each other, the knees squeeze against the skull. And what I usually do is I switch which hand is interlaced on top. What is traditional is to put your hands flat on the floor. It's an inhale up, exhale into Lotus. Hands go to the knees, arms straighten out. If you're just beginning to work on this, you can work on one knee at a time. One hand goes to the back, the other hand goes to the knee, and then switch it out. And then both knees drop down toward the floor, hands interlace around the legs. Pindasana. Hands go to the floor, roll down one vertebrae at a time. Lift up onto the elbows, let the head drop back. And if you prefer to hang, keep your hands on the floor. If you want to grab your feet, the top of the head touches the floor, the hands go for the feet. Elbows bend toward the floor. And then hands and feet pop out. Uttana Padmasana. That last one was Matsyasana. And release. Optional Chakrasana, backward somersault. Vinyasa to Shavasana. Headstand. You're welcome to use a wall. If you want to, you can take the legs parallel to the floor. And then inhale, lift up straight. Exhale down really slowly. Child's pose, Balasana. Take your time. Stay in child's pose as long as you want. Optional vinyasa, Padmasana. Beautiful, beautiful. Barb, if your legs are comfortable, try it like this. Interlace your hands. Yeah, isn't that delish? Yes, 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 yes. I can't quite see your hands, but I think you're using a towel. No, your hands are apart. I see. It's perfect. And then up. Regular old, regular lotus. Strong Mula Bandha. And here's another place where either we're just kind of tipping the head down to put the chin in against the chest, super straight elbows, or we're setting the chin back and down. And then lifted. And release. Optional vinyasa. Lie down for Shavasana. If you prefer to lie down in your bed or in your bathtub, I totally understand. I used to be so starving at the end of practice that my teacher would cut me some slack and he would say, also, I didn't like Shavasana and I was fidgety. I obviously wasn't, getting the most out of it. Anyway, he would say, it's okay, Kathy. Just do it before you go to sleep. Lie down flat with your arms out before you go to sleep at night. And that's plenty for Shavasana. I'm going to grab a book.
Kathy, isn't it funny that it's so difficult to stay still? Like like Shavasana, it's really hard for me too.
Yeah, so you know what?
It was a lot harder. Like I couldn't. I think
it gets easier. I don't think it gets easier. I still don't really like to do it. I usually read during Shavasana for all of us. I don't know if it gets easier. It might get easier.
Can I ask you a question about Shavasana?
Yeah.
I was taught that you stay for at least 7 minutes. Is that what you do in Ashtanga?
So I've changed my mind on what I'm going to read. Hold on. I'll answer your question. You guys, I haven't put my books away in a few days. They are just everywhere. Hi, Gina. Nice to see you.
Hi, Lovey. You too. Hi, Ruben.
1 second.
You're so cute. You're so good. I was like, I practiced last night. I am taking a little break this morning.
While you look for that, I'll tell you a funny story. I used to, when I started like searching for places to do yoga, I used to go to a place where like before we would start Shavasana, they would give people the option to leave. And like 90% of the class would leave.
Yeah.
Which was pretty funny.
Some people think that Shavasana is the most important posture.
I sign on to that.
There we go.
Yeah, I agree.
It's also called sleeping. Well, we were just talking about this. Was it in here or was it oh no, Kathy, it was that Huberman lab where he was talking about non-sleep deep rest, which is effectively Shavasana. And I don't remember what the context was of that, but it had something to do with learning and memory, learning specifically. It was amazing. Yeah. If you haven't heard it, it's just one episode so far, but it's amazing.
Yeah, it's incredible. Okay, so I'm going to tell you, in case you want to leave, it is 10:30. You're always welcome to leave or come or whatever. But anyway, I'm going to read this, but the short version is that David Williams, there didn't used to be Shavasana until David Williams learned Ashtanga. And then he asked if he could do Shavasana, and then it got worked into the tradition. So I'm going to read this little short chapter out of David Williams' book. Sorry, it took me a couple minutes to find it. It's chapter 84. And if you have to go, I love you and thank you for coming around. Chapter 84. Nancy and I arrived punctually for our 4 p.m. class. We were the first ones there. A moment later, a smiling teenager entered the yoga room from the front house. He greeted us in English. I am Ramesh, your teacher this afternoon. Guruji is my father. Guruji and Amma's youngest child was extremely friendly. We liked him immediately. How old are you? I asked. I am 15. It is my duty to help with this class. Nancy and I spread our new yoga mats on the floor and stood on them. Ramesh watched us do our first 10 sun salutations. Other students arrived and started practicing. When we finished our first salutations to the sun, Ramesh had us watch a student do the second salutation to the sun. This is their second class, by the way. He described each step as the student moved through the salutation. We began squatting as we inhaled and raising our arms from our sides until our palms touched above our heads. Ramesh prompted us as we went along. Nancy and I did the second salutation 10 times without resting. When we finished, Ramesh directed us to sit and do the 3 finishing postures that Guruji had taught us that morning. While Nancy and I were practicing, Ramesh often hopped up into handstand and walked among the students on his hands. That was something I wanted to be able to do. My second practice took about 30 minutes. I was not fatigued. I felt energized. I was in good shape, but I could tell this yoga practice was going to make me stronger. Rather than standing up and leaving after the finishing postures as the other students did, I told Ramesh I wanted to lie in Shavasana for a few minutes. He said that students were waiting to start in our places. He took us upstairs. He said we could lie there after our practice for as long as we wanted. The next morning when we arrived for our second day of classes, Guruji was there. Once again, he told us to sit by the wall and observe the students who were already practicing. I began memorizing the order of the asanas and the vinyasas that connected them, so I would be ready to add them to what I had already learned. Vinyasa means moving and breathing. The vinyasas are the movements that link the asanas. They are what made Guruji's method unique. I knew of no other system that included a specific pattern of moving and breathing to connect the asanas. I did 10 of the first salutation to the sun, 10 of the second salutation to the sun, and then I did Padangustasana, the first standing posture. Guruji had me hold it for 10 breaths while engaging the 3 bandhas. Then, moving with my breath, I transitioned into Padahastasana, the second standing posture, and continued the deep breathing while engaging the 3 bandhas. The room was hot. I was drenched with perspiration. At one point, I paused to dry myself with a small towel I brought. Guruji stopped me. He instructed me to rub the sweat back into my body with my hands, not to remove it with a towel. He explained that by doing this, I was returning minerals to my body. This made no sense to me, but I did as instructed. Guruji observed us closely. When necessary, he corrected us with his hands. In any of the forward bending asanas, if I did not have my chin to my chest in Jalandhara Bandha, he would push my head forward. Guruji was insistent that we do Mula Bandha constantly and Jalandhara Bandha in all of the forward bending asanas, whether standing or sitting. Numerous times over the years, I heard Guruji proclaim, "Without the bandhas, this is not yoga." So there's the answer to that question that started class this morning. Our Brahmin classmates welcomed us and enjoyed being helpful. All of them were males. Most of them spoke English. I knew they were Brahmins because, like Guruji and Ramesh, each wore a white sacred thread over his left shoulder. In time, we discovered that our classmates represented a cross-section of the more prosperous members of the Mysore community. Students began arriving for practice at 4 a.m. The last one usually finished around 9:30 a.m. The afternoon session began at 4 p.m. and went until about 7:30. Nancy appeared to be Guruji's only female student. Guruji watched as I did my 3 finishing postures. He wanted to verify that I was doing a constant, strong Mula Bandha and breathing as deeply as possible. It was important that I take the time to completely empty my lungs and then fully refill them with each breath. I felt like I had never moved such a large volume of oxygen in and out of my body. After finishing the postures, Nancy and I went upstairs and did Shavasana. Since my first yoga class with Tom Law at the Atlanta Pop Festival, my final asana was always corpse for 15 or 20 minutes. This was when one harvested the energy that had been cultivated during the practice. I considered Shavasana to be an integral part of yoga. If I immediately stood up and walked out the door after completing my practice, all the prana I had generated would go into my next activity, rather than being used to heal and revitalize me. The fact that none of the Indian students did Shavasana at the end of their practice puzzled me. They finished their asanas, rolled up their mats, touched Guruji's feet, and left. At Ananda Ashram, every class ended with an extended Shavasana. I considered asking Guruji about this, but I did not want to appear to be challenging him on his teaching method. It was the second day. I had already questioned him on switching legs in Lotus, and had possibly shown doubt when I heard him say that rubbing in sweat would return minerals to one's system. Nancy and I could go upstairs and do corpse for as long as we wanted, so I left it at that. That's how come sometime I might want to do, what do you call it when you get a bunch of people to send one person a bunch of cards? Anyway, I'm sure there's a name for it.
Shower, like a birthday card shower or a
card
shower. That's
well,
what it's called.
Sometime we need to shower David Williams with thank you notes for Shavasana, because if it weren't for him, there wouldn't be Shavasana at the end of Ashtanga. Anyway.
I like that.
I'd like to mention
Kathy.
something.
Oh, sorry. Thank you.
I just wanted to share something.
Danielle, I'll get to you in a second. Bill, go ahead.
I learned recently that muscle fibers need energy to relax. That there's myosin and actin fibers, and their natural state is contraction. But when you apply, when a nearby ATP molecule disassociates, that heat allows the muscle fiber to relax. And that's why, like, when you get rigor mortis, it's because there's no energy left, and it can't relax anymore.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Where did you learn that?
I have a biology book about human biology, and I thought it's really interesting because at the end of a yoga practice, you have accelerated your circulation in all parts of your body, and it seems like the perfect time to lie down and relax because you have all this oxygen available in all parts of the body.
That's so cool.
It's almost like the opposite of a corpse.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I get that. Maybe you can text me or email me the book and
Sure.
And maybe where it is in the book, like the page number or something.
Sure, I'd be happy to.
Thank you. Danielle, what were you going to say?
When you were reading about like the sort of like absorbing that energy, sort of like what he was just saying, when I tried out Bikram yoga for a while, that's when I started to enjoy Shavasana afterwards, because it's like once you lay down, it's like you feel like it's like my body would like pulse, like it felt like it was like pulsating, like all that work that you do, and then you just sort of like you're just taking in all of that, like a sponge, and just to like rest in that just feels so good. So that's when I started to really appreciate that posture, just like you just worked so hard, and now you can like relax and just take that in.
Float a little bit.
Yeah.
It's sort of funny that in other types of athletics, I mean, yoga, I don't really think of it as an athletic pursuit, but when you think about running or swimming or those other really big cardiovascular kinds of things, that there is a cool down. Sometimes they used to talk about that in the 80s. Make sure after you cool down or maybe you stretch after, like you just walk slowly or, but there's not a real rest. which is just, so I don't know.
It would be great if like there was an NFL game and then all the players, after they won and lost, they had to like go out on the field, lie down and corpse.
Yeah.
Like,
was
for
wonder
like
if
a good 15, 20 minutes. And it
That's-
would be televised and no one would talk.
You have to wonder if it's cultural. Like, is this is it just part of Western go, 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 go culture where sleep really isn't valued? It's the one thing everybody's fine sacrificing, like, oh, I just will go to bed later tonight to get this done, or I'll get up earlier tomorrow morning. I don't know. That would be hilarious, Kathy.
Not me. Yesterday I was like, okay, I have to take a nap. Like that's more important on my schedule than anything else. And it wasn't because I was tired. It was just because I didn't want to get tired. Like
Yeah.
I literally wasn't tired. I had to stop myself and say, okay, now I have to nap. It was kind of funny. Okay, I don't know why I'm thinking about this, but I did a class. I don't remember who I did this with. So I did a class where we would sit with our spines against each other back to back. And we weren't doing any major breath work. We definitely weren't doing eye gazing. And we sat with our spines back to back. And after just a couple of minutes, it felt so supported and so nice and so like warm and so everything was kind of in sync with the other person. And I know we did some other things too, but where we were still and we were just like holding still against each other, that was amazing. And then when we laid down into Shavasana, we touched the tops of our heads together. And that was probably the first time where I was like, oh, I can be perfectly comfortable in Shavasana. And I think really I probably just tuned into that other person's like stillness, because the pump for the spinal fluid has a pulse to it and they'll sync up. So I'm sure that I wasn't like, oh, I've discovered Shavasana, I'm calm. I'm sure that the other body was like, look, this is what you do. Just do it for now. You'll be fine. So that's kind of fun. If if you're on quarantine and there isn't a lot going on and you have someone else, lie down, put the tops of the heads together and just lay there for a few minutes. You don't have to regulate anything. It's pretty warm and sweet. Does anyone have anything else to say or talk about or questions? Maya, how was your practice?
It's going well so far. I mean, I'm a little bit confused about certain postures that I'm not familiar with as much, but I'm getting used to it little by little, and I know I will get used to it.
Yeah, totally. You're fine. You're learning quickly.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Where are you? I'm Gina.
Nice to meet you, Gina.
You too. Are you in Vermont?
Yes, I'm in Vermont. Burlington. Where are you?
Waterbury.
Oh, Waterbury.
Cool. That's nice. Really nice to meet you.
Hey, you guys, let's do this. Sarah, you have a free pass on this because your legs are up the wall and you look too comfortable. You're not close enough to your computer, but let's each of us say our name and where we are, and if there, how about our name and where we are and any pets that we have. I'll start. My name's Kathy. I'm in South Burlington, Vermont, and Jackson is laying down over there, and he is currently the only pet I have, and this is possibly the least amount of animals I've ever been responsible for in my life. 1. It's amazing. Bill, you can go next. You're muted. Sorry. There you go.
Yeah. My name's Bill. I live in Corning, New York, and I have a greyhound who's 12 years old. So he's a senior greyhound.
Nice.
And on my screen, Danielle is next.
Thank you. Yeah, you just pick someone to go next. That's perfect.
Oh, okay. So my name is Danielle.
Okay, come here.
I have 2 dogs, and I have 6 chickens. And I live in the New North End of Burlington.
I love your chickens. I love your kids.
I love them too.
And I love your dogs. Okay, I'll try to be quiet. Danielle, you pick who's next.
Well, I see Maya's next on the screen, but she kind of just went. But yeah, so I'll just choose Maya.
Okay, I'm Maya. I live in Burlington, and I don't have any pets, but it would be nice to have one.
Nice. You can pick who goes next.
Maria, I think, is next, who hasn't gone.
Hi, I'm Maria from Michigan, and I have a dog and a cat.
And
Chickens and ducks.
how many chickens and ducks do you have?
16 ducks and maybe 19 chickens.
Oh, that's fun.
Keeps me busy.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a pet. I'm going to pick Hillary because there's a pet.
Hi, I'm Hillary. We're in Heinsberg, Vermont.
And this is Sugar, a hamster.
Oh.
And don't go to my armpit. Don't go to my armpit. Ow.
And this is Sugar.
Oh,
He's a hamster.
He's our new friend.
so cute.
And this is Jupiter.
And this is Sugar.
Has everyone gone? I don't see everybody.
Pick Maureen.
Maureen, you're next.
Hi, I'm just down the road from you, Hillary. I'm in Huntington, Vermont, and I have a dog, a houndy mutt situation, who's 11, and his name is Walter, and I think many of you have met him. And I will pick Erica.
Hi, I'm Erica. I'm in Potsdam, New York, and this is Apollo. He's 14. I also have 2 other dogs that are probably outside in the snow right now because they're all huskies and they love this weather.
Very cool.
I got to go on to the next page to see who else is here. Mireya.
Hi, I'm Mireya. I live in South Burlington. And I have a dog called Satchmo. I think you've seen him before. Sometimes he's around here. He's a lab. He's a young lab.
Nice. Maria, I'll pick for you. How about Gina?
Hi, I'm Gina. I'm in Waterbury Center. I'm in my home office currently, and both of my dogs are in my closet because one of them is afraid of the snow coming off the roof.
Oh.
So I'll pick the one that isn't afraid. This is Lewis. She's an 8-pound Pomeranian that was my daughter's college dog, and who my husband said we absolutely would not keep if it didn't work out. So you can see how much authority he has. No, he's an animal lover. He fell in love with her too.
Immediately.
And he also loves the snow, which was surprising to me. I didn't know anything about Poms. I just assumed because she was a tiny dog, she'd be freezing, and I bought her a whole little wardrobe of jackets. Nope, she is a huge fan of the snow. She is all about it. Anyway, I think the only others are Emily and Amelia, and their screens are off. So I assume they're here.
Look, Sarah's up.
Oh, Sarah. Sarah, go.
A little bit of a head rush. I'm Sarah. I am in Winooski, and we have 2 dogs. Happy, who's a Chesapeake Bay Retriever, and Marcel, who's an Aussie Doodle.
And you've probably seen Sarah's dogs if you follow Yoga Vermont on Instagram. Every once in a while they appear. And if you follow Sarah on Instagram, you'll see them a lot because Marcel is usually around.
He's a little bit of a celebrity, I feel like, Marcel.
He's very entertaining.
Super photogenic too.
Well, one time, not even long ago, like in the last month, Kate Weiss was on here and her kids, she was practicing yoga and her kids brought in 2 guinea pigs and they were rescue guinea pigs. And I was like, oh my gosh. So we have all kinds of pets in our community, all kinds of people from all over the place. Thanks, you guys. Any other questions?
Yeah, can I ask a question, especially now that Sarah's done? Lately when I've been practicing, I've been having a lot of like my muscles will get real shaky in poses. And I asked Isaac about it one Tuesday when we were practicing and he said Sarah knows something about that. Or something about like it's maybe good for you or something, or there's benefits to it. Am I making that up?
I think what he was, I am unmuted, talking about is there's a specific practice. I'm not sure that this is what's happening for you, but there's a practice called TRE, which is tension release or trauma release. And the idea is that you actually like get your muscles, especially like your psoas or some of the like into like a tremble state, and it will release them. Kind of like what Bill was saying, I think, where like you actually activate it, you let it tremble, and then, but I don't know what kind of, if it's like your whole body shaking, if it's like blood sugar or, I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's definitely, it's not, because I have that happen sometimes too, but it's more just like a trembly when I'm, the other place it's happened to me is in like bar classes, which I haven't done in years, but like it's definitely a muscle thing that's happening when I'm really working them.
I can send you, if I can look for a resource and send you what.
Cool.
Yeah.
Is it more likely in the morning or the evening, or it doesn't matter?
Doesn't matter. And it just, I can have my muscles not do that if I like pull back in terms of the intensity. But I'm just sort of like, is this a good thing? Is this a bad thing? I mean, it's just interesting to observe. But
this particular practice would like have you stay with the tremble for a certain amount of time. Like there's a practitioner in Vermont who does it, and he had me like get in a few positions, stay with the tremble, and then like for like 7 minutes, 8 minutes, and then like release it. And it's like, the idea is that it's like releasing held tension.
Sure. Cool.
I have that happen sometimes in two specific postures in second series. If I have a 5-day lag between practices, which is rare for me, but sometimes life happens and I can't get on my mat for like 5 days. It never happens in first series, but it happens in second series with Shavasana A and B. And I just know it's coming. Just like in a few days, here comes the tremble. And it happens like maybe 5 breaths in, so right at the end of the posture. And then I do hold it for a little bit longer. Like I'll usually try to hold it for 8 breaths. Can't imagine holding either one of those positions, tremble or not, for 7 or 8 minutes. Like that just would not happen.
That's not, like this practice is like, I don't know if he would have you hold that particular position. It was more like a half back bend kind of position with my, to like activate like more of like the psoas, which often hold tension if you've had like,
I see,
some, like a lot of times it'll hold instead of release. So if you can act, like if you had like a scary experience or something like that, or like a lot of stress, there's certain things that will hold in your body to protect you, and then they don't let go. So the idea is that like if you get it into the tremble, that you can actually like get it to finally kind of release. But just another map.
You guys.
Yeah, those are good questions.
I don't like it. I'm just going to add that. I am anti-tremble.
He has this thing where he can, how dogs, or like, if you watch like the Nature Channel and like one animal gets chased and then the chase stops and you watch them reset their nervous system by like shaking, like they'll shake all the way down their body. And humans, like we don't do that. Yeah. So he actually demonstrated it. Yeah, Jay demonstrated it for me and was like, he can like do that. He can make his body do that like very quickly. So if you practice the trumble, yeah.
Wait, who does it? Who can demonstrate this?
Jay Gleason, he's a body worker, but also a psychotherapist.
Okay.
And so because he's been practicing TRE for a long time, he can like do this trumble really quickly. Wow. And so I don't know, it's an interesting thing.
I don't know.
You guys, look at Danielle's doggy.
Oh my God.
I know.
Ridiculous.
I think that's Kelly. Cool. So yesterday when we were doing those long holds, Jackson did this like very slow stretch, and then he just shook his whole body, and it was that, and he's so short and I was holding a posture. Apparently I wasn't holding my drishti, and anyway, I saw it and I was like, that's so cool. So if you don't have a pet, you're going to have to borrow a pet to watch it shake so that we can get the hang of that.
Is there a name for that? Like that full body shake that they do in that whatever?
Oh, look, I can't remember. I've the first time I read about it was reading not the book Why Zebras Don't Get Ulcers. Walker.
Oh, that's Robert Sapolsky.
Yeah, I read it around, I think it's got a yellow cover.
Are they sure that zebras don't get ulcers?
Yes.
No.
Because I know of horses that get ulcers.
That's true, I do too. But it was around that time. Peter Walker, maybe? I'll think of it. Anyways, I'll look, because there's a few. It was like when I first started learning about like how the body responds to trauma and things like that, because they looked at the way that animals re-regulate their nervous system. And I'll look.
Cool. There's Weasel, Gina's dog.
You can get your dog to do it by blowing in their ear gently. I learned that when I was involved in dog training for many years, about 20 years ago, because sometimes you're coming in from a walk in the rain and you really want your dog to full body shake outside before they enter your house, so you can lift up their ear and just like that, and they'll do the whole shake. But I don't think you can get a person to do it that way.
We'll find out. We'll find out. Good. All right. That's it. I love it.
I want to put in a plug for the watch party tomorrow night.
Good idea.
6
Watch
p.m.
tomorrow night at 6.
Yes, the lecture and watch party. And it's just been great. And Sarah, I don't care if we switch to Ira, if you feel like the other scholar has sort of, we get it. You know what I mean? Like,
I was thinking about switching to Ira. So if you're
game for that, whatever everybody wants to do, whoever shows up. Yeah.
We're usually just watching like 15 or 20 minutes of some lecture, and then
we get our minds blown.
What's that?
We get our minds blown, and we talk about how blown our minds are, and then we just are like, we can't watch anymore. Or maybe it's me who says that. I'm like, I just have to let this settle over me. Yeah, it's
nice.
Good.
Fun. Thanks, Gina.
Will one of you text me to remind me, because each time I've been like, I am right in the middle of cooking a big thing, like whatever. But yeah, especially if you're watching Ira, I really want to not forget.
Let's plan on watching Ira then. That's an
Well, I don't want to change what you're watching. Watch anything. But I'm just saying, I love Ira.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's time for a switch.
I do too.
Okay.
I do too.
Okay.
I think we've gotten from the other guide's amazing, but I feel like we understand the chant now. Like, I feel sated on that topic. Like, okay, got it.
I have not been practicing the chant, and I had intended to. So maybe I'll do that later today.
Or tomorrow morning we can do it together if you want. Or
I would love that.
Wait.
I would love that.
Oh, holy smokes. Wait, there's practice tomorrow morning.
There's always.
I'm trying to switch to evenings, but okay.
Yeah. So for the schedule, it's right now it's every single morning, either me or Sarah, and then evening. Tuesday is Isaac, Wednesday is me, Thursday is me, and that's it for now for evenings. Friday I haven't totally committed to evening.
Sunday I have a 5, which is like intro or half primary. Whatever.
And Sunday, sorry, I was going over that in my head. I knew there was one more.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Sunday evening.
Yeah.
I don't like to miss Saturday morning, but after practicing last night, I was like, I'm not practicing 12 hours later.
Totally. And one more thing, the beginner classes are definitely just part of primary.
Right.
Like we might break something down, but most, like last week, it was one person who could totally hang, and then everyone else knew primary probably by heart. So even though it says beginner, don't let that stop you from showing up. All right. I love you. 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 I love you.
Love you, Kat.
Love you all. Bye.
Bye.
It was nice meeting you.
Yeah, nice.